I mean, I wished for it, and then it came in my hands.
I wish I had a puppy. Hamster?
Okay.
Hey Reggie, mind if we add our next wish? We'd like season 2 of Julie and the Phantoms to drop already, and it seems like we're in luck as we finally find out what the boys' unfinished business is. What happened next after that devilish cliffhanger, and whom of our favorite cast members will be returning? Hi, I'm Janet. The cast. Thankfully, you can expect Madison back as Julie. Obviously, I mean she's the title character after all. And don't worry, your boys will be back too. We will still get to see Jeremy Shada, aka Reggie, killing it on the bass. Owen Joyner giving us sick drum solos. And Charlie Gillespie giving us all the electric guitar riffs we could ever dream of as Luke. Oh, and you can totally expect another album from these four too, so y'all better start warming up those vocal cords now. And for all the romantics at heart, you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that Boo Boo Stewart will be reprising his role as Willie.
Their relationship, specifically Alex and Willie, and we have a really great connection on and off set. And I think that kind of shines through, and it just made it easy.
I mean, can we just have a moment of silence for that emotional hug between Alex and Willie at the end? The show's supervillain, Caleb Covington, will also be back with his chilling ways, courtesy of Cheyenne Jackson. Savannah Mae will be back too as Carrie, and Jada Marie as Flynn. Okay, so one thing is clear about season 2. All of your favorite cast members will be back, which we just love to hear. Seems season 2 is already looking up. As expected, the plot. Now, if that season 1 finale went on to prove anything, it's that our ghostly band boys have yet to figure out what their unfinished business is. Just when we thought Julie helping the boys perform at the Orpheum was the answer, it's revealed that clearly wasn't it. Sigh. But before you get annoyed that this plotline wasn't resolved, just be happy that season 2 will definitely be helping the band figure out what their unfinished business is. Season 2 will also tackle what Caleb's plan is now that he has possessed Nick's body.
Listen, Soyeon, who created these looks, she said, out of Kenny's mouth to my mind to your body, like she just has this incredible aesthetic.
It's safe to say that Caleb is clearly obsessive, so it's unsurprising that he isn't done with Luke, Reggie, or Alex, or that he's using Nick's body in his latest vendetta. We know that he's doing it for dastardly reasons, so season 2 will definitely have him revealing his master plan to all of us, especially why he is choosing Nick as part of his plan. Perhaps it's because it's the easiest way to get to Julie, and involving Julie means getting to Luke, Reggie, and Alex? Well, only time will tell. And since we are on the topic of TV villains, next season, we will also get to see more of Julie's rival Carrie. Yes, whether you like it or not, as we will get to see more of her conniving and villainous ways that we all love to hate. But on a much sweeter note, fans of the show will get to find out more about Julie's mom, who we briefly met at the beginning of the first season. In the scene, we see her speaking to Sunset Curve, and after Julie found an old Sunset Curve t-shirt that belonged to her mom, it's clear that she has a connection to the boys. Perhaps her mom is even Rose, who had worked at the club on the same day that the boys had died. Yep, I know, so much to unpack here. But if you're waiting to hear about romance possibilities in season 2, we haven't forgotten about that. You'll be just as happy as us to hear that there will be a lot more romance next season, like with Alex and Willie, for example. In fact, the show's producers are even promising a little more on these two. Chatting to E! News, Boo Boo Stewart shared his thoughts on their budding relationship. If there's a season 2, I definitely think there would be a chance for them. I really do. It's too strong of a connection, and too strong of a bond for it to just fall to the wayside. And if you were doubting the show's writers, here's your proof from Owen that we will be seeing more of these two lovebirds. I know that the showrunners have said a couple of ideas to me, but I hope we go on more adventures, said Joyner. So, to all the Alley stands, you can begin creating all the shipping content now. Perhaps some fanfiction in the meanwhile, too. Okay. But for all of those ready to ship Luke and Julie, in season 2, we will get to see if these two finally ever kiss. Yup, producers are planning on unpacking their supposed friendship a lot more next season.
I think you make me a better writer.
I think we make each other better.
You know what? Why don't you Why don't you just ditch school today? Let's go rehearse.
And with all those sparks flying between those two, we can't wait to see their relationship unfold. Oh, and finally get a kiss between those two characters already. However, if you are hoping for your typical boy meets girl love story, you can forget it, because this is Julie and the Phantoms, and it's clear that they don't stick to normal scriptwriting rules here. They make their own rules. So we are sure in for quite the roller coaster ride with these two. But we also cannot forget about Julie's other romantic prospect, Nick. Yup, while she may have hard eyes for band member Luke, we can't ignore Nick's obvious feelings for Julie and the fact that he showed up at her doorstep with flowers. Eek! Okay, even if his body was possessed, this potential love story is definitely going to make an appearance next season. The second round of Julie and the Phantoms will also give us the true backstory behind the Phantoms' lives. Beyond the bad hot dogs and budding musical careers. While season 1 definitely put a spotlight on Luke and his backstory, this time around, we will have more time to delve into Alex and Reggie's personal stories. And if you are keen on knowing more about the boys, just know that Madison totes agrees. The thing I'm hoping for if we get a season 2 is learning more about Alex and Reggie, Madison told Collider. Their characters are just so sweet and cute, and I just feel like I definitely want to learn more about their backgrounds. And even with all these important storylines that we so desperately need answers to, yes, Netflix, we're talking to you, we still have the biggest plotline unanswered. Are the boys real, or are they still ghosts? Let's throw it back to season 1's finale, shall we? Remember how after their performance, the boys had the ability to touch and exist in the real world, like actual people, and how they were finally able to hug Julie? Well, in season 2, we will find out whether or not the boys are still ghosts, and we honestly can't wait. And it seems neither can director Kenny Ortega. Honestly, that gets answered very early on in the next season, Ortega told Digital Spy, so I'll get socked if I spoil that. It was meant to leave you in some suspense, and hopefully, some intrigue. But if you were worried that the boys would be leaving anytime soon, don't worry. They're sticking around, and Ortega's here to confirm it. It's not the end for these 3 characters, said Ortega to concerned viewers. Fans of the show will also be happy to hear that this doesn't mean an end to all of the musical fun. That's right, season 2 comes with a brand new soundtrack filled with boppy, upbeat jams, as well as love ballads galore. And don't worry, it promises to be packed with awesome dance numbers too. I mean, what else can we expect from Kenny Ortega, who brought us the much-loved High School Musical franchise? When will we get season 2? I guess all that's left for us to do is drop a release date, right? Well, Netflix hasn't exactly put in an order for Julie and the Phantoms Season 2 just yet. Sources say that the show will most likely return to our TV screens. And with the positive fan reactions, the high number of streams, and an incredible cast, we have a pretty good feeling that our favorite binge-worthy show will be back on our screens in no time. Records show that Netflix usually announces a new release a few months after the initial series drop. So, you can expect an announcement pretty soon. And if they are to begin filming the next season in Vancouver early next year, we can expect the new season to premiere sometime during the fall. Will you be tuning in for season 2? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.